Well, let's go. I'll be casting some AOE Norway League now. It's a pretty well. It's my initiative, Norwegian AOE Discord a league. We have 3 divisions. This is the second division. Diso versus Snippy in the house. It is basically just a 2 games, only one. 3 points for winning both maps. 1 point for each player if it's a draw, 1 game each, and then finally, of course, 0 points for the player losing 2 games in a row. I'm guessing this might be Snippet's home map, because Diso seems more comfortable on the closed maps, or is claims to be vulnerable to early pressure. So, but we'll see. This is Diso with the Bulgarians for Steppe, and instant men at arms could be useful here, and you could also get go men at arms into scouts, kind of. Then it's Snippy in the house with the Berbers here. Cheaper cavalry in the Castle Age and Imperial Ages, that's most notably so. As opposed to the Bulgarians going men at arms, I'm guessing Snippy will just go straight for the scouts here, which is usually quite effective on Steppe, depending on where you place your starting TC. Snippy definitely less vulnerable here to Bulgarians men at arms or scouts for that matter. Fantastic TC placement, by the way, bordering 2 golds and a woodline. So that was definitely worth the extra walk, even though the hunt and the berries are further out here. Karanribe says, I like this matchup for Berbers. Bulgarians have the Serbs cavalry though, so they obviously need the castle for it. But if they can get to it, I see them as a contestant to and Konnigs, Sturup's Konnigs, for example, against the Berbers cavalry units. But yeah, we'll see how it progresses here. Snippy's TC is much better indeed, but Diso likely having a tiny lead in the production here because of the TC going up on the right away on the berries. So that, but that shouldn't be too significant. Going to mill the hunt here, so going rather offensively out here. That could be scary when the scouts from Snippy enter. Snippy is scary on those open maps. Yeah, he loves them. He loves Acropolis and yeah, the open style maps where you can go scouts and play some active feudal age aggression. Second board in for Snippy should be a fairly early villager. Remember, you don't need to build any houses straight away on step either, because we have 3 yurts. Bulgarians are connixive. Yes. So let's hope that's what Diso will be making here. But I'm assuming if Snippy with some very successful scouts here could do lots of damage given the placement of Diso's TC. So that's going to be hurtful. Ooh, that's an easy woodland to wall off the scouts. So that's kind of sneaky there. It's going to be hard for Snippy to spot this this location, I think. Actually, we could have a quick look at their scoutings as well. Snippy, I don't know if this is auto horse or what it is, probably not. Gathering some intel here, found the mill. Probably sensing the TC being close here. Diso out scouting as well, and finds Snippy's berries, and that's basically the only thing Diso can hit here early on. Here comes the barracks. 20 pop, we might be seeing... Oh, never mind, the skewing builders like crazy here, so that's not going to be a 20, 20 or 21 pop feudal age men at arms here. It's going to be more than that. Ooh, Tetris mining camp. Not the worst ever, but also kind of awkward because you can only mine this, this, and this, unless you go to the backside and have to run all the way around. So, not the loveliest mining camp I've ever seen. Snippy saves the horse, could actually block the boulder here if he's in a sabotaging mood. Ooh, villager, she dead? Oh, she's down. 1 villager down for Diso. with going to get the village here at what was supposed to be 22 pop, now ending up being 22. So rough start for Diso here on Step, while Snippy is on the way to the village, beating Diso by 30 seconds to it, and with a healthy economy, easily able to support scouts some preemptive walls here as well. Lost the will, haha. Oh, you poor thing. It was a weird thing that happened. Well then, how's your scouting? Diesel sees the barracks. Should be an indication. You'll see from the uptime that Snippy is definitely going for the scouts here. Where are these guys going to go for some hunt? Snippy is going to claim the map control with the scouts here, and yeah, he'll have to deal with the men-at-arms. He might actually be able to intercept some of them before they become... not really, it's going to take some time to produce the scouts as well. So annoying when this happens. Just chilling out, not doing shit. Great way to practice not losing builds to lures is by learning boards from under opponent's DC. Yes, exactly. We've seen it happen. It's possible. Diso though, where are we going? Going to the backside here. This is literally the edge of the map. You can't pass through here. Going for the gate. Why not the berries though? You have them scouted. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, so I think the obvious point of attack here should be the berries, and then the hunt maybe. There's definitely some potential for the men-at-arms here to do damage, and this is full on men-at-arms by Diso. 7 men-at-arms on the field now. Not joking around here. Really trying to get value from that early upgrade. And why not? Snippy is committing to the scouts, so Snippy might have to go into archers here to clean up this multiple men-at-arms, because it's going to need more scouts than men-at-arms to effectively take the fights here. So there's some good aggression from Diso here with the now 9 men-at-arms. This is only one barrack. Yeah. But we see the blacksmith going up as well, so we might be seeing some damage or I mean some attack or defense upgrades kicking in here. We'll see what Diso prioritizes and goes for the defense first. I think that's a good thing. Although with attack he would kill scouts more quickly, with defense he'll withstand more hit from the scouts. Men-at-arms into men-at-arms. Yes. So Diso, 2, KD 2. He does not manage to kill villager yet, but he's gonna get 2 here, I think, at least. Maybe 3, 4. This is not looking too pretty for Snippy here. And he's going to need shitloads of scouts to clean this up. Definitely needs a range here and some archers if he wants to survive this aggression. I think only 1 villager killed by Diso so far, though. So all things considered, good work of Snippy to not lose more. But this certainly eliminates any potential for Snippy to go counterattack on Diso's economy, so ironically so. Diso is in a better spot at home here. Less idle TC time as well, because Snippy has had to invest more into army here. It's probably idle his TC due to the pressure and also due to the fact of needing military like the scouts. But where is the range, Snippy? There's literally 8 men-at-arms here. You need more than scouts to clean it up. Unless Snippy wants to prove a point here and actually use the scouts. But the men-at-arms have +1/+1 as well. The scouts have no upgrades. Make so many fuel men-at-arms that you can destroy it easy. Maybe. What's the rating of these players? Snippy is in the 1400s and Diso doesn't play ranked 1v1s, so I have no idea what Diso is, but my estimate is like in the 1200s. Yeah, I saw the submission. Okay, that one. There might be one drunk casting on Friday again, we'll see. Ah, yeah. Mixing in some spears as well, good of Diso, but these villagers are in danger to say the least. Snippy going for the counter attack now. Did get 1 villager, not just yet. I strongly suggest Sending the villagers home though, at least a week one. I also still have Malay versus Frank game. Yeah, you can't expect all submissions to be casted, Dennis. Well, I guess we'll consider it given that you're punishing the Frank's picker. So, how Snippy managed to lose only one villager to this aggression, that's beyond me, but that's a little bit on Diso as well, not going for the berries straight away. But now, not too much happening game. Wheelbarrow for Snippy, using the market a bit here to adjust resources, and there's the Gas Leech. Click. Yeah, Diso, you won't get any match on Diso. He literally doesn't have any ranked 1v1s at all. Might have some team games, but post-team stress disorder. Yo, dog, I heard you like Water Nomad. They are nice and messy. Maps, yes. Look at this beautiful mix of units here. Men at Arms and Spears. Cast Age on the way for Diso as well. 1 minute behind Snippy. That's going to be scary against Berbers with the double stables here now. Then again, Diso should be able to afford pikemen right away. That helps a little bit, but it doesn't help enough against the Berbers. Mobility, you could just outrun the pikes after all. Let's see what Diso does here. He's going to get Longswordsman instantly as well, which would be helpful in potentially taking out buildings. It's not going to be very effective against Knights play though. Snippy with 6 on gold here is not really able to, well, he's able to queue 4 Knights here total, but food and gold situation, even for Berbers, we'll be needing 2 or 3 more on gold to keep those stables producing consistently. Food eco doesn't seem great either, all things considered. 14 farms, you need 5 farms just to sustain the TC, so... Ooh, second barracks here, so Diso going into the... Why blast for... why iron casting, why not pike? Color me confused. Well, attack is nice as well for the pikeman, spearman, but definitely I would have gone for the pikeman here if I could afford it. Another TC going up on the gold here. So, ooh, another one cheap. Bulgarian's TC at work here. They only cost 50 stone after all. A bit easier to get a map, no matter what your setup is. Alright, so 12 spearmen will deal with no pikeman upgrades. Is it? It's not being queued either. Diso with some offensive here still, but Snippy's numbers are increasing now. It's currently only producing out of 1 stable. Did Blue sell its stone? They probably did for gold for the Knights, yeah. So it's obviously going to still stay 1 TC here for a while. He might actually even have sold stone to go up to the cast age, come to think of it, because there was some kind of manipulation in the market before he clicked up. And upgrades +1/+1 means that the knights are still kind of vulnerable to town center arrows. That's a quick wall, but it's still open for Diso here, so the knights will roam in and take this woodline out of existence. This is a really good engagement for Snippy here. He's going to get some kills for sure. 6 villager kills and counting, and more importantly, Diso is completely off wood. So yeah, that should delay any farms and stuff here. That's a lot of villagers down, 18 to 9. Even if Diso did kill villagers on the other side, this does not look pretty. Down almost 10 villagers now, and also missing wheelbarrow here. Eco situation not pretty for Diso, but with 3 TCs to replenish villagers, in theory you could get back into it, but you're gonna need army as well to hold off here. We see pikeman is in. Snippy has 18 knights and also adding scorpions now to deal with the pike switch of the opponent. GG, seems like it, absolutely. Lost a lot of villagers and also the pike numbers. 16 pikes, but you need to run and catch up, right? So easier said than done. Dancing around a little bit on the farms here as well. And with 3 TCs, Diso actually isn't producing out of a single one of them, so not gonna catch up in eco here either. Red is going full me, but I don't understand the purpose of the 2 ranges. Does he have 2 ranges? He only has 1. Only 1 range. Was... yeah, I don't know what the Bulgarian's range was about. Blind old man. There you go. I'm not sure Diso is memeing. I think it's just the way he plays. But good early aggression from Diso, but now falling apart here, losing villagers, not replenishing. Well, there we go, we have production again. 40-40. It's Jägerman rush. Jägerman uses Burmese. Look at the army numbers here, 24-24, but Snippy with a much stronger one. If you look at the investment here, 2.6k to 1.1k here. Scorpions will weaken the pikes, so that Snippy's knights could potentially engage here as well. Going for numbers over upgrades here, but rip Diso's army, and still most of the Scorpions stay alive, and Snippy is in a good position to, well, counterattack. Simple as that. GG will pay. Oh, GG will pay. That's a Norwegian letter writer. Losing all the army, losing too many villagers. Snippy takes the game with the Berbers after all, 42-14 KD. And slightly more economy, even with only 1 TC. Cast age timing is comparable, but Diso infantry investment not working out for the long run here. Right, let's just pull up the other one. The second game, which will be on Arena, Diso's home map, I'd assume. Yeah, that's talking about the hole on the woodline. Okay, it's Arena. Diso were Snippy in the house. Snippy took the first one, by the way, so let's switch that score in Snippy's favor. And Diso here with the Vikings. He played Vikings against me here as well. In this series, or in this tournament, and what he did basically was boom like a madman into full-on berserkers, and I was just beaming around with Franks, placing too many castles and not focusing on eco, so it worked very well. I was actually almost able to catch up and make throwing axemen to deal with it, but not enough. Anyway, Snippy here with the Turks. There are several options with Turks, but one of the infamous plays for Arena is the Fast Imperial Age. Because Turks get instant chemistry, you could make bomber cannons and hand cannoneers instantly reaching Imperial Age, and with the Turk fast build order, you should be able to reach Imperial Age in at around 19 minutes and then start producing these units. We'll see what it does here though. Could also be a cast and drop Janissaries and Siege or something, which also works out for Turks. And yeah, Diso, he's gonna boom his Vikings. Let's just fast forward a bit because I think this will be uneventful until the Castle Age. And yeah. We'll see how it starts out. House. Not along the edge here for Snippy, surprisingly enough. He might have seen Diso's game against me and thinking that there won't necessarily be any early aggression here. So I might as well just place a house. Turks are the best team for early Castle Age Scout Wars because of the free unit upgrade. Yeah. If Diso wants to contest the relics, he's already at a disadvantage against Turks because Turks get Light Cav and Hussar upgrades instantly when reaching the next stage. One lumber camp for Snippy for now. I think that's already an indication that he's not going to, among other things, not going to boom, but might be going for a Castle Age play here and not the fast imp. Diso going up at 27 villagers here. Why is Snippy lower? It's had quite a bit of idle decent time here. 5 on gold, no less. This is the fast imp. So many farms for Snippy. Interesting. Is it going to happen early enough with the aggression to punish Diso's play here? What's Diso doing? He's on the way to the Castle Age. Snippy is as well going up at 30 buff here. Yeah, that's right. Vikings don't have the upgrades either. Ah. Alright, Castle Age is in. Is it time to... Oh, he is going to try and contest the relics, actually. Okay, let's slow down a bit here, because now things might be happening. Yeah, he's not going to make Viking cavalry here. He has the 3 TCs, and Boom, though, is going for some stone as well, eventually. And extra layer of walls? What? What is this? Why not? Okay, some spears are out. That's obviously one way to contest Turk's light cavalry field, but Snippy isn't going to contest the field here. He doesn't even have a stable. He has, well, he's dropping a barracks now, but he has a monastery, siege workshop. Okay, so maybe he wants to contest the relics. He really needs that gold, being Turks, and there's the range. There are the ranges. Vikings are the only non-vessel missing both bloodlines and husbandry. Britons have husbandry, yeah. Do Ethiopians have husbandry? Karadibe? They sure as heck don't have bloodlines. Cav Watchers, not light cav. I think no, I think it's fast imp, hand cannoneers and bomber cannons here. Turks fast imp. Though Cav Watchers could work as well, but then you'd set up your economy differently, I think. Not nearly as many farms and start massing them in the Castle Age. Diso, so Diso is kind of, he's holding the field here. But he hasn't made a single monk yet. He's been... Oh, there it is. One monk. Sorry, my bad. So he's gonna pick up the relics now, which is good already to yeah, snag some relics off the Turks, limiting the gold access, the bonus gold. Ethiopians get husbandry. Okay, yeah. Farms expiring for Snippy, but that's not going to be a big deal since the Imperial Age is in, and you could produce villagers here. Not really doing so. There he is. Diso. Just passing. And enter the hand cannons and bomber cannons. These are still in the castle age. Doesn't even have a castle yet. It's in full boom mode here. And that's something that Snippy definitely will be punishing now. Bomber cannon trying to snipe the scout. I like it. So accurate, these bomber cannons. Didn't even get close to getting hit in on that scout. Alright then, Diso, you've seen the movement here. How are you gonna react? Double ranges, that could be skirmishers actually, which is not bad. Oh, castle wouldn't change, but no, it wouldn't. But Diso wants to go for the berserkers, I bet, like he's been doing other times. That's why I'm talking about the castles. That would be his unit of choice. He's making skirmishers now. Will at the very least lead elite skirmisher, but the bombard cannon could still hit groups of skirmishers if they stay close together. Elite, no elite skirm, but skirmishers being made. The problem is that the bomber cannons here will take out the production buildings before you'll be getting enough units out there. More ranges going up in the back. Actually, even if it's Vikings, I still like the addition of a stable because you could use that mobility to snipe the bomber cannons, but the hand cannoneer numbers are getting dangerously high. Oh, look at this cheeky guy, just casually taking the storm out on the field. The Vikings Knights could loop around with their mobility and focus down bomber cannons, but the hand cannoneers will make that awkward, obviously, in this mass already. Snippy producing hand cannoneers consistently. Has that one monk to collect relics as well, and the relic count is already 2-1 for Snippy. Strong push here from the early fast imp Turks here. I've heard it's important to protect the Oblivion at the edge of the map here. Big vast darkness beyond there. You don't want any shadow monsters to sneak in from across the edge here. That's why Diso is placing a castle in the very edge of the map. Interesting. So cast H still on here. Snippy just doesn't even care about TC fire at this point. Uses bomber cannons to take out the TC and yeah, mismanaged the hand cannon. There's a bit there, but I think TC is gonna go down. 2 bomber cannons now. 26 hand cannoneers, and Diso has lost. Has not lost a single villager yet, but that's going to change quickly here. I would like the view of the edge of the map from that castle. Well, it would basically be like North Norwegian summer in the night, very dark. Should be easy to sleep, looking into the massive darkness of the AOE 2 world over there. Okay, elite skirmish numbers not half bad here, and as well, there's no university here, so Diso is obviously missing ballistics and eventually chemistry here, but yeah. Bomber cannons pushing here, hand cannoneers numbers. Snippy has 24, 10 KD, so still keeping consistently high numbers here. 4th bomber cannon on the way as well. Berserkers in the making, but is it going to be enough here for Diso? They create surprisingly quickly here, but then again, hand cannoneers, they counter infantry. So Berserkers shouldn't work here. Bam. That's a cheeky villager kill if I haven't seen. Fun fact, the second armor is actually necessary for skirmishers against hand cannoneers. Yeah. Makes sense. Maybe we could withstand a gunshot with a thicker leather armor, right? Ooh, Diso is holding. I mean, Diso needs to survive here. That's basically the thing. Snippy is 1 TC pushing here, right? So he can't really afford to lose all of the armies. Then he can't replenish. Right now, Diso is defending surprisingly well. There is rebuilt TCs in the back. He's massed up the skirmishers thanks to Vikings eco. And while the hand cannoneers will be killing the infantry, they will have skirmishers firing from behind here. And suddenly, all of the hand cannoneers of Snippy are out of the picture. Look at the eco difference here. These seems to have successfully defended here, and now the berserkers can focus down the bombard cannons as well. Actually, I think it's the most expensive unit in the game, with 225 gold and wood going into the production of it, something. So Snippy is sending its trickles of armies here, still making bomber cannons and hand cannoneers, but being outnumbered big time here. Did kill a couple of TCs, but did not kill the castle, so Diso can still flood out these berserkers. So numbers increasing again here, but it's always the case with Diso 35 to 21 military here. Now getting chieftains as well for berserkers to be more efficient against. Isn't that applying mainly to against cavalry though? Anyway, getting the unique tech for the berserkers. And probably thinking about the counterattack here. There's the Imperial Age for Diso as well. Will unlock Elite Berserker and further attack and defense upgrades. Yeah, chieftains is bonus against Cav, yeah. Berserker Gang, but that's an Imperial Age tech, so that's gonna come later. Maybe it's anticipating some kind of cavalry play for Snippy, I don't know. If Snippy would add light cav against the hussars, actually, against the skirmishers here, which he actually probably could have considered just adding a few, but maybe the upgrades are too costly. Snippy, the sneaky boy, wants to render Diso homeless here, but almost succeeded in fact after killing a couple of houses. Imperial Age 1 minute away for Diso now. That's almost 15-20 minutes slower than Snippy's Turks past Imp here. The tournament is a hidden civ free pick as well, and you could repeat civ if you want to. So very loose rules for the first edition of the AOE Norge League. Yeah, Snippy needs some good hits in on the skirmishes here with bombard cannons, and does get quite a few here, but now here come the berserkers as well. Elite skirms allowing to be take out. MTC has to have been in the back there. I hope in the MTC. focuses down the skirms again. Only 8 elite skirms for Diso now, but obviously queuing a lot of them in all of the ranges here. Inka's on open map, Inka's on closed map, GG's. Ain't no Inkas here, man. As Snippy keeps pushing and the score is deadly similar. Yeah, but Diso loves his berserkers. It's his Vikings play for Arena and probably other maps as well. And with Imperial Age, I guess will be, is that Elite Berserk, or what is it? Nah, Conscription, to boost the production of the one and only castle here. Which Snippy will try to focus down, maybe with the bomber cannons here. Even getting Diso housed here by killing another. Another house here, and trying to stop the Great Migration here. Now, finally managing... Oh, the gate is open! Ooh, Diso could have gone in there with the Scorpion staying in the gate there. That was a bit unfortunate. He wasn't looking over there right now. Oh, down goes Diso's power unit production building here. No more berserkers for Diso until another castle, but where's Diso going to get that stone? The question, the answer is over here. So we might see another castle eventually here. Again, the elite skirms in decent mass here will be focusing down the hand cannoneers. Snippy is going to lose all of the armies again here, which will leave Diso in a spot to recover here, maybe get a new castle up and make his beloved berserkers. Ra-di-da indeed. Barracks going up now. It's going to go into the Champions line units here instead, in a lack of a castle. Really playing into the infantry civilization identity of the Vikings here. Scorpions getting some juicy hits in. It's going to take the skirmishers a while to take out the Scorpions here. And Diso's main army now is in fact the elite skirmishers. 61 elite skirms from the Vikings player here. Getting Thumbring, Bracer, and Ballistics for these. And at this point, Snippy should probably stop making hand cannoneers and invest the little food he has into some countermeasure to the elite skirms instead. Diso with a solid score lead here, even with way more units lost than Snippy. Snippy has 33 to 15 eco KD as well, so it's good job at taking out eco here. But now Diso is kind of pushing back here. He's yet again taking out Snippy's armies here, and Snippy obviously still 1 TC at minus 46. He's not going to be lasting eco-wise much longer this way. Thundering for skirms is wasted rest, but Diso has so much food and wood, I'm not complaining about it. It still improves the accuracy, it's just that the skirms are accurate. in general. Bam. Yeah, it's not exactly an upgrade you prioritize, but why not? Pikeman for Diso. Okay, I guess he wants to make use of the food and wood in the bank here, so just doubling up on production of whatever you can. Load out units. He's making army, makes sense, 58, military to 21 here. And arguably you could send the pikes in front of the skirmishers as a meat shield, so it's not a useless investment at all. More ranges, more skirms. 61 elite skirms, I'm producing an elite berserk on the way as well. Where's the castle? It's back in home base now. And Snippy, let's look at the economy here, set 29 builders at minute 50, and still floating unit, but not getting enough damage in here. There's a monk somewhere doing his thing as well, I can't really see him. And yeah, hand cannons going down to elite skirmishers fire again. Diso doesn't need to, barely needs to make anything other than elite skirms here with these kinds of masses could eventually take out the... Oh, we didn't get to see the skirmishers kill a bombard cannon, but Snippy in the house calls the GG well played. The game ends, a set ends 1-1 between Diso and Snippy. So, shouldn't underestimate Diesel's Vikings play on Arena. Did defend nicely here and basically won the game by making skirmishers against the Turks here. Solid army flood for both, but Sneepy obviously not in a spot to replenish that army as easily. Looking at the overall resources collected here with Vikings, one of the strongest ecos in the game, and collecting, although Snippy did collect 4 relics, that's just not being not nearly enough. Yeah, I hope Dennis saw this game with Dennis and his 40 skirms.